welcome back to our YouTube channel. This is the part 6 of beginner tutorial series. So today I am going to discuss about ViewCube. In the first part of the beginner tutorial series, I gave you a simple overview about this ViewCube. In the upper right hand corner of the workspace, we can find this cube shaped widget. With ViewCube, we can navigate between different views of three-dimensional objects. This will give several options to switch between standard and isometric views. As you can see, this is a clickable and draggable interface, and you will notice that it is in inactive state. When you position your cursor over the ViewCube, it will become brighter. Let's hover the cursor closer to the ViewCube. Now you can see the navigation tools along with it become active. These are the face, corner and edges of the ViewCube. I'll show you how to deal with them. In here you can find the home icon and option button. This is a 3D sample model and it is linked to the ViewCube. You can see that it is moving when the ViewCube moves. When I click the home icon, it returns to its default home view. Can you notice that these sections that light up in blue color? There are the clickable areas in ViewCube. If we hover the cursor closest to the ViewCube, this clickable area will light up. If you want to rotate 90 degrees around the model, all you have to do is click each corner on the top. Okay, now click the home button to return our default home view. This is the ViewCube menu. Let's identify the options in here one by one. If you click on this here, you can find that there are several options available. The first one is Home. This restores the home view saved and synchronized with the Go Home View option in the steering wheel menu. The second one is Parallel. We can switch the current view to parallel projection by this option. The Perspective option helps to switch the current view to perspective projection. This option is perspective with ortho faces, and it will help you to switch the current view to perspective projection, unless the current view aligns with the face view defined on a navigation or ViewCube tool. By selecting ViewCube setting option, we can open the dialog box and adjust the appearance and behavior of the ViewCube. The final option is Help, and it will launch the online help system and displays the topic for the ViewCube tool. Let's discuss about controlling position, size, opacity and other settings. By clicking the ViewCube setting option, we can display the ViewCube setting dialog box. This will help you to control the appearance and location of the ViewCube. If the ViewCube is active, we can open the dialog box by previous method that I have explained. If it is not, that means if the ViewCube is in inactive state, click the View tab and click the ViewCube option under the Viewport tool panel. We can change the ViewCube settings according to our desires. From the on-screen position, we can identify the location of the ViewCube. By default, it exists in the top right corner, but if we want, we can have it in bottom right, top left and bottom left as well. We can change the ViewCube size by this option. By default, this is set to automatic, that means normal size. But if we want, we can enlarge it or we can make it smaller. The inactive opacity option controls the opacity of the ViewCube when inactive. You can find that it is set 50% by default. According to our requirement, we can lower or higher the opacity percentage. These are the other options here. You can check them by yourself to find out exactly what they do. Let me show you really quickly how to change the default home view. You can select orientation of the model according to your requirements. Once you are in proper orientation, you can right click on the ViewCube and set current view as home. Well, that's all we have for today. In next video, we can discuss about how to enable and disable the ViewCube. Thank you for watching. If you guys want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go.